Mm-hmm. Well, your character in the movie kind of goes through that. He's sort of a Tin Man character with no heart who's got to reclaim his outrage, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I think the character in it is I don't know if he's quite so redemptive, but I think certainly the movie and the politics of the movie are things that people who are interested in ending the war and ending some of the abuses of empire would really like.
Mm-hmm. You said something very interesting in an interview with, I forget the guy's name, the Scottish guy that does the TV talk show at night.
Craig Ferguson?
Craig Ferguson, that's right. You said something interesting in the interview with him, that this disaster capitalism is not the free market. It's actually a big protection racket, welfare for billionaires.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, see the thing, let's just say, for example, I mean, these are some of the arguments that the movie makes, and this is also, a lot of your listeners would know, like if you would read, Jeremy Scahill's book, Blackwater, or Naomi Klein's book, The Shock Doctrine, or Anthony Arnov's book, or, the blogs of, Raw Story, or, a lot of these journalists who are doing unbelievable work is, we all know, we hear about this privatization thing, and it's kind of an abstract thing. It's like globalization. Like, what does it really mean? I don't really know. But when you really get down to it, if you want to believe that it's okay for Exxon to, say, hire a private army to protect their oil field, well then, okay, let's say you could make that argument that it's okay for a corporation to have a private army that's totally outside international law and not accountable to anybody. Well, then you could say, all right, well, they got to they're producing the oil, and they got to protect their pipeline or whatever they got to do. So I guess, let them pay for it. That's an insane argument to say that it's okay for a corporation to have its own private killing army. But let's say you went with that. But even that's not true because we pay for it. We're paying Blackwater, the U.S. taxpayers. Mm-hmm. So it's not even like a free market. It's not even these people kind of just taking care of themselves in the lawless international land. I mean, all these myths are bullshit,
Right. They like to call it free market fundamentalism when what it really is it's fascism. It's mercantilism at war. What else do you call it?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know another name for it. And nor do I think you should be polite with it anymore. I think we have to be past that point.
Right.
So, if you think it's okay for these corporations to help create the conditions for war, right, drive us into war, and then make money bombing the place, make money rebuilding it, all the while barring other people from the competition, right? And then come back on television and preach about the free markets when they're orchestrating a vast protectionist racket where they're securing their market and profiting off of people's death and destruction. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's what's happening. I mean, we're at a place right now where it's okay for people to not only do the United States torture, but we have turned torture into a for-profit business that is paid for by the U.S. taxpayers. We have outsourced interrogation, right, which is a gentle semiotics for torture.
Yeah, so Khaki International at Abu Ghraib.
Mm-hmm. So that's the reality. So I don't know if this isn't enough for revolt. I don't know what is. And the Democrats have got a lot to answer to as well. I mean, if Nancy Pelosi says impeachment is off the table, well, what does that mean? That means that you can commit crimes as long as the Democrats are within striking distance of capturing power.
Yeah, that's exactly what it means.
That's
apparently,
what that means.
Yeah. Hey, John, let me take this opportunity to compliment your sister, Joan. I think she is so funny, and I think she ought to win Best Supporting Actress or something for her portrayal in this movie of the pure banality of evil, as Hannah Arendt called it. I want to play this short clip.
Progress update, people. Bank Swiss didn't even wait for the opening ceremony, closing a $1.3 billion deal with Root Branch and Blossom to restore essential water services to the people of Turkestan. Oh, come on. I'm sure they'd like to give a shout out to the Tamerlane 3rd Bomber Wing for those humane precision strikes that have created this wonderful opportunity for everyone.
All right, that ought to give y'all a little bit of a taste of what this movie's about.
You know what you should probably do is, that really long-winded speech that I just gave before this?
Uh-huh.
You should just play that clip, and I should shut up.
Oh, no way. No, I love it. I love it.
That's because that was a lot better example of what I was talking about.
Well, it's the perfect example. What you said was the setup. There you go.
All right.
We'll go with that. No, listen, you mentioned the media, and in this movie, you really kind of heap praise on the bravest reporters in the form of Marissa Tomei's character, and you absolutely skewer, the same people who have panned the movie, I guess, right?
No, because the people who pan the movie are people who mostly go to junkets and watch movies all the time. The people who have sort of studied this stuff, from as I said, even people in the media like Bill Maher, who liked the film and gave us a quote, and Lara Logan, who is the chief foreign correspondent for CBS News and 60 Minutes, Rachel Maddow, who's studies this stuff and does a lot of stuff. People on the internet like Howie Klein and Crooks and Liars, people who are keeping an eye on this stuff, they all love the film or really like it. The people who have not liked it are the trade papers in Los Angeles, who said it was a little too close to home and it made them uncomfortable. And
some criticism.
And I thought, well, it's interesting. I think you should feel uncomfortable about all this.
Yeah, I mean, what kind of praise is that? I just don't know if the role of satire is just to make you feel good. It's maybe meant to provoke you too. But so we'll see what happens tomorrow and with I guess these reviewers. But I'm not expecting much from kind of the corporate media, to be honest. I've been the beneficiary of snobbery from that class, so I don't mind so much that they don't understand or like this movie because I never really expected them to. Yeah. Tell me about Hilary Duff's character, Yannicka Baby Yeah.
Yes, she plays a pan-Eurasian sex symbol who wants to be like an American pop star. And, her goal is to come to America and write soulful music and be sad and rich. That's her ultimate goal.
Yeah.
And she's great in the movie, too.
Yeah,
I think even the people who haven't liked the movie, and haven't been that many, but there's certainly been some blowback on the movie. They all love Hillary in it. She's pretty great. Very funny.
Well, yeah, I'm not even familiar with her. Is she a pop star or an actress?
She's both.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess she is now, but she was a pop star originally. Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
she was like she had a TV show, and but she's got she tours and does music, and she does it all. So she was happy to skewer that world, I guess.
Yeah. Well, and her character is the centerpiece of the big brand USA synergy marketing corporate culture at war kind of thing that you have going on there.
Yeah. She says she's the perfect branded synergy between the modern young woman getting her own and getting it on with all the strength and tradition of a kept mistress for a warlord. So she's a perfect crossover star.
Yeah.